Well, I'll show you my cutting boards I did. They're not done by no means, like I said earlier. Thinking of cutting them off and making a end grain board. This is one of them. They didn't come out real thick by the time I got them cut down to, sanded down, planed down to the good smooth finish on them. But they turned out pretty good. This one here is just a little thicker. I'm going to sell these when I get them done, so if you would like one like this, just let me know. I'll finish them, of course, square them all up. Put a 220 grit sand on them, and then oil them. But to me, they come out pretty nice. There's some different size ones. I got the old ones here. If you've been following me, you've seen them. What I'm going to do now is, I've got some little cut off pieces left. So I'm going to go ahead and, just glue these up and make me something out of them. I'm going to try to make them wide enough that I can use them on the end grains. If I do some end grain cutting boards, I can cut them up like these and use them. The biggest thing is with these is I've got so many different sizes. I don't even know if there's two here the same size. Yeah, maybe I've got two the same size. These two are close enough I could cut them down. So I do have a couple sizes that are the same. If I want to do an end grain board, which like I said, I haven't decided yet. I'm starting to put this stuff up. Well, I'm making it to sell. I haven't really priced any of it yet. I'm still trying to get some kind of ideas how much work it's going to take to make it. I can't charge probably near enough for the time I put in it, just because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm still learning. Like I have really learned in the last few years. If I'll put my piece of plastic underneath of it, I have a lot less cleanup to do. For me, I just enjoy this. If you're on my page and you don't know, I do have a Marvin Pierce dog teacher training facility. We train dogs. If you have a dog that needs training, check us out. We're all over social media. I've trained dogs I trained my first dog in 93, 94, somewhere around there. Trained a lot of cow dogs, done cow dog clinics, caught a lot of cattle. I've quit doing that, getting a little bit beat up for it. I sure enjoyed it though. I had a lot of fun at it. I've trained, like I said, a lot of cow dogs. I've taught people. I made these earlier and somehow I turned these the wrong way, so I had to really sand off a lot of wood that I'd like to not have sanded. I got the daydreaming, I guess. I don't know what I was doing, but it cost me a little bit of wood. Don't have as many options as color this time. Doesn't matter as much, it's all hardwood, so we'll kind of use whatever we can find here. I'm going to attempt to make this maybe the same size as the wider board, 9 inches. So I'll make it 9.5 inches. Well, I think I'll leave all of these in here. Might swap them a little bit. Yeah, it's just a hair over. maybe 9 5/8. For the ones that don't know, that's a hair over a half, 5/8. So, like here, I've got a bad end and a bad end. So I'm just going to let it stick out both sides a little bit. That way, whenever I trim this board, if you can tell from the angle, now here, I'm going to put a square on it and try to get an idea of what my ends look like. That'll make it square enough right there. I could cut this line and be good. So what you want to do is, if you're practicing this, is you want to turn each board up like that so you can glue them. And one of my other videos I was talking about, you don't want to turn the end board or you'll glue it to your stops. That's what I thought I'd done earlier, but come find out I hadn't. I'm going to use a little bit bigger bottle of glue since we're going to use a lot. Put on my gloves. I haven't figured out yet how you're supposed to get these things out of here without causing chaos. Not like that for sure. I pulled them out the top earlier. Should have read the instructions maybe. The old saying, be smarter than what you're working with. This just saves a lot of time for me getting glue off my fingers, even though I do enjoy peeling dried glue off. It's kind of fun and relaxing for me, but it slows my work down. I don't want to get myself fired. These little bitty boards like this, I'll just use 3 clamps. I use these 2 in and out. If nobody noticed, I've got this clamp upside down. Glad I noticed before I got them all glued. I'll get me a couple paper towels. A driveway alarm, somebody's coming up or going down. Okay then. We'll just glue these. To me, the glue, I think, is kind of cheap, so I'll probably use a little more than I need to. It's a lot of trouble to clean all the glue off of everything. To me, it's not as bad as getting stains on something you don't want stains on. Earlier, I got, I'm not even sure what it was. I'm guessing it had to be the oils that I used. It's the only thing I've used for the last week or 2. But I got some on one of my cutting boards, which is not a big deal because that's what I was going to use on it anyway. But somehow I must have poured a little bit of that out on the table and didn't get it cleaned up or let it dry before my board got laid on it. I was really good about laying those boards on those hockey puck things I got from Rockler. But here I've got 8 or 9 boards laid out, none of them are on them. Waiting to get my big table saw I bought. Then I'll square all these up and decide whether I want to I'm sure I'm gonna do an end grain board, cut board, because I've never done one. Some people probably do their cutting boards with, so see, I just flipped that up and glued it, like I told you not to do. It has a piece of nail in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean all that glue off. I didn't need on there to begin with. I don't think that's a nail. No, it was a piece of glue. But it did need glue on there anyway, so I wiped it off. Now you lay that down and then you just roll each one over. There's something on there. You just roll each one over, make sure you have them right. I'm going to focus on that this time instead of breaking my concentration thinking about catching wild hogs or cows or something. And then I slide these down. Now we don't want to give. All right. Then all I gotta do is just kind of line these up to where I think they're pretty close. Every board's extra wide except for 1, 2, 3. This one, and this purple. So, make sure they're pressed down good. I'm gonna tighten a little. Tighten a little. See the glue starting to come up. And like I said, I know enough about this to be dangerous. About all I can say. This time I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to try to wipe that off that way. Yeah, it worked a lot better than the way I done it earlier. Before I just done it with my paper towel. Now I'm going to take my paper towel and just try to mop up all I can. The more I get off, the less I got to sand off later. And that's her. Now I'm going to take this clamp, put it in the center. Probably don't need it on this small of a board, but since I have lots of clamps. Yeah, it didn't squeeze out no more, so that's a good sign. That means the other clamps are pretty good. Now what I'm going to do is stand this up a little bit. And actually, I think I'm going to try to just lay it over. And use my little scraper. The more I get off now, the less I have to get off later when I sand. With these, I'm new enough at it not to, I don't know if you ever learned a lot or all of it, but you learn more by mistakes, I think, than I'm trying to learn more without making mistakes. Like I said earlier, I sure had to sand off a lot of glue off those other 4 or 5 boards that I made, that I planed and sanded this morning. So I'm going to just stand this one up here, and then the next day or two I'll take the clamps off and run her through the planer. I have a lot of wood. I don't know how many new people out here don't know that, but I have a sawmill, and I have an Alaskan slabber. I can slab up to an 84-inch slab. I haven't done no slabs for a long time. The boy that worked for me and him, we like to slab together a lot, a couple guys. Unfortunately, he got himself killed in a motorcycle wreck, and I just kind of quit doing it. I just have a lot of these extra pieces here. I think they all make nice cutting boards. But when we lost Anthony, I just kind of quit slabbing. And if anybody wants the stuff to become a slabber, I've got the chainsaw, I got a 62-inch bar, I got a 36-inch bar, I've got an 84-inch bar. The 84-inch bar has the end handle on it, so the person helping you can hold the handle on the far end of 84 inches away and help you hold it in and cut. Works really nice. I still have slabs out there that are 4.5 feet wide and 8 feet long maybe. Redwood, black walnut. I think I've got an English walnut slab or two. Just got different slabs out there. I've got some walnut. Maybe some of you know what it is. But it's actually black and got a lot of white in it. It's if you know what it is, let me know. I've used it. I'm going to use some more of it. I just got to dig it out. There for a while we were slabbing so much. We built fence, and when we get done, sometimes we get done with a job and we needed to wait a day or two to go to the next job, me and the boys would come in and we'd do some slabbing. This black and white walnut, like I said, I'm not sure where it came from. When I built fence, I got a lot of wood off of jobs, fir, oak, walnut, some cherry once in a while, a lot of redwood. I've got redwood logs out there now. I'm sure they're probably 8 feet across the butt and probably 8 feet long. I've been going to slab them, but I'm not a very good salesman, so I don't ever sell the slabs. I just kind of collect them. Should say that I have sold a few over the years, but not a lot of them. I got quite a bit of wood here in my wood shop. If I had a bigger wood shop, I'd have a lot more in here. Most of what I have is kind of dried. It's been cut for years. Some of it I ran it through my homemade kiln I had. And then I had it stacked in one barn for 3 or 4 years, 5 years, whatever. And now it's been out here in my barn for a few years. All right. I missed one. But it's been out here in my barn. And keep threatening to stand it all back up. It's lay it down now. keep trying to stand it up so I can see what I have. It's pretty interesting sometimes to see what wood I have that I didn't remember. Didn't measure the width on this one, but I'm out of wood, so this is what it is. And I am going to sell some of these cutting boards when I get them done. If you're interested in one of what the grain like it is, like I said earlier, just let me know. I'll put the, what do you call that, ring around it for the juice to run in, yeah, I don't even know what it's called really. But I'm going to put that on them. I'll router some handles probably underneath of them so you can pick them up. I got a big one laying there. I cut a handle in the top of it, actually, in the end of it. It's a big old cutting board, or at least to me it's big. I've seen a lot bigger, but. All right, so we wiped her off. I'm going to wipe her down a little bit, flip it over. Actually, I'll put it on a center clamp on this one too. I think, if I'm not mistaken, these are going to come out better than the other ones. Not very good at hitting that trash can. I need to empty. Yesterday I was complaining to myself about having too many clamps. Then when I clamped those 5 boards yesterday, I hadn't run out of clamps pretty much. I'm getting some more. We can here in the next day or two. Or when the weather allows. Kind of got to be more of a fair weather guy here lately. Everybody used to ride horses in the rain, catch cows, everything else. Train dogs. Now it starts raining, I look for a roof. All right, well, about wrap this piece up. I think I'm going to make a headboard for my wife's bed. Been going to do it for a few years. We finally measured it a while ago, figured out what I need. I just got to find a board. If you need a birdhouse too, spring's going to be here before we know it. I'm going to start making some birdhouses. Make them out of cedar, most likely. I know I'm going to make some out of cedar because I already had cedar in here. But if you're interested in one, I'm going to make some bluebird houses. We put one up here a few years ago, me and my wife. We have bluebirds in it. And we've got a lot of bluebirds flying around the property now. So we're going to put out some more bluebird houses this spring. All right, well, we're going to wrap this video up and hope you all have a great evening. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.